Alright, so let's start by thinking about how we're going to use, or how we're going to figure out what, x left, x right, x top, or y top and y bottom are, and how we're going to use them. In our init graphics method, we set x center and y center. Okay, so these are our center device coordinates here. So let's think about what we need to do then to draw a square with half height equal to 1, because that's the first one in our paint programs. We're starting out with a half height of 1. So let's take a look and see what we have. So if we look at these 4 points on this square, and I have the square in our first square in red here, what we want is for our top left vertex to be x left comma y top, right? The top of the square, this is the left hand top corner of the square. This is the right hand top corner, the right hand bottom corner, and the left bottom, right? And so how do we calculate? Well, our x center is right here in the middle. Okay, so to get x left, we just have to take x center minus half height. Half height might not be the best. Maybe I should have said half side or something, but because the height and the width are the same, right? So, but if we start at the center and we subtract half the height that the square is supposed to be, so if we subtract 1, then we'll get that we'll get our x left coordinate, right? So both these vertices have the x coordinate as x left, right? So let's see. So, and then the same thing with, the y coordinate of these two vertices are both y top, right? So we have y top here and y top here, and these are both x right here and x right here. So x left is x center minus the half height. Y top is y center. Remember, in device coordinates, the y coordinates get smaller as you go up. So to go up from the center, we'd have to say y center minus half height. And then for x right, we'd say x center plus half height. Right, so that gives us our x right. And then y bottom is going to be y center plus half height, because with the y coordinates, when we add a positive amount, we go down. Okay, so y center plus y height is going to give us y bottom. All right, so so that's our square, and then the first diamond that we're going to draw is going to go just inside this one. Let's take a look at that. So here we have, now we have these 4. So notice the first square is outside of the first diamond. So the top of so they both have the same top. The diamond and the square have the same top, same right, and same bottom. But what makes these vertices different is that for the x vertex we have x center. So we say x center y top, x center y bottom. And then for the y coordinates we go center, x left, y center, x right, y center. Okay? And then so that's when the half height is equal to 1. Then when we iterate again, let's just take a look at what happens. So now we go to square 2. So now we've drawn this square, we've drawn this diamond, and now we're drawing the next square. Okay, so what happens here? We have, again, this time we're subtracting 1, 2, right, from the x center to get x left. So now the half height is 2, and then 1, 2 to get the top, and so on. So what's happening here is that every time you increment half height, notice that the height of the inner square here is 2, the height of this outer square is 4. So every time you increment the half height by 1, you increment the total height by 2. I'm sorry. That makes, you double the size of the outer one, right? That makes sense. So let's see what happens to the next guy here. So then with diamond 2, then we draw this diamond again inside this square, but it's the same deal, right? So we're always drawing with, for the diamond, we're always drawing with X center, Y top, X right, Y center, X center, Y bottom, X left, Y center, and for the square, we're always drawing, X left, Y top, and so on. Okay, so basically, then what we need to do is just make sure we're drawing, we're picking the correct coordinates for X left, Y top, all that stuff, to draw, depending if we're drawing a square or a diamond, and then make sure we're correctly updating all of these as the half height changes.